This is the great governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, who's an absolutely great man. And recently in Florida, if you haven't heard, there was a Black History course that was banned in the high schools. And I'll show you an article here. The media has used this as leverage to say, see, Ron DeSantis is a racist. Here it is. DeSantis defends blocking African American studies course in Florida schools. And looking at this at face value, just looking at the headline of this article, you'd say, why would they ban a Black History course? There's nothing wrong with Black history. After all, Black history is American history. So at face value, you'd say, Ron DeSantis, he's a racist. That's why him and the Republic, they're racist. They hate black people, woke progressive. That's why they banned the Black History course. They hate black people. And that's the narrative, of course, Democrats are running with. But I saw this, I heard it from a few different black people, and me knowing Ron DeSantis as someone who is a true patriot, as someone who truly does fight for at least my interpretation of morality, I figured there was more to the story. So I decided I'm not going to immediately make a video on it. Let's wait for the facts of this to come out. And sure enough, the facts have come out on why, the real reason Ron DeSantis blocked this course. And folks, this is very interesting. There's a lot that goes to this. But look at this. DeSantis blames queer theory for blocking AP African American Studies course. This is why he rejected the course. Because instead of teaching black history, they were going to mix in queer theory along with black history. What do a bunch of fucking queers have to do with black history? If I was governor, I would, had he accepted that, granted that this class be taught to high school kids, he would have lost points with me. I would be mad at him, and rightfully so. It is a disrespect to all the work that all our freedom fighters put in. Freedom fighters like Martin Luther King, freedom fighters like Rosa Parks, who Rosa Parks was a plant, but that's another video. Freedom fighters like Frederick Douglass, freedom fighters like Thurgood Marshall. It is a disrespect to throw in a bunch of queers, and I'm not using that as a slur. They call themselves queers. They call it queer theory. It is a disrespect to our history as black people to mix in a sinful behavior, mix in sinful acts with human rights. Absolutely and utterly sinful. And it disturbs me that you have so many black people voting for Democrats, so many black people supporting the Democratic Party and calling this man a racist for protecting our history. That's what Ron DeSantis, we as black people, we owe Ron DeSantis for protecting black history. It seems as though, and this is why I don't support the Democratic Party, and this is why any black person that calls themselves a leftist or voting for Democrats, they are wolves in sheep's clothing. You are making a very ignorant choice. You're making a very stupid choice by consistently voting for these evil Democrats. They kill your babies. They break up your families. They misguide your women. And now they want to equate our history. They want to equate our struggle, which is a real struggle. They want to equate our fight for freedom with a bunch of men pretending to be women, with a bunch of sexually confused queers, as they call themselves. It's absolutely and utterly shameful. Queer history is not black history. They should not be taught alongside one another. And the thing is, Ron DeSantis didn't just, he did all out reject the class, but he said, look, once you reform the class to actually teach black history, and once you take out all the queer theory, once you take out all the homosexuality, once you take out all the debauchery, then the class can be taught as a college level course, as an AP course taught to high school students. But until then, no. Because we don't need these type of agendas pushed on kids in school. You know, I just think it's shameful that we still have black people that will go around supporting Democrats, that will go around voting for Democrats, knowing that they want to distort our history and lump it in with a bunch of queers, as they call themselves. I think it's debaucherous that not only that, they want to lump our history in with a bunch of queers, as they call. I'm not using that as a slur. They call themselves queers. They also support abortion, killing babies. They also want to rearrange how women think. They're completely in support of black women going around talking about their WAPs. They're okay with that. Joe Biden gave an interview to Cardi B shortly after the WAP video. Why does that have to be a representation of our culture? Why does our representation of culture have to be homosexuality? Well, it's because the Democrats' primary goal is to brainwash and delude the black community, and unfortunately, many of us fall for it. The governor of Florida is a great man for rejecting this evil bill. Perhaps they can reform the class and come back with something better and actually something that's educational. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.